Since I've been anointed the official left Twitter's Stalin debunker, I guess we're gonna have to debunk this dumb cartoon called Hysteria, which is a Warner Brothers cartoon. I'm just gonna ignore the racism and the xenophobia because there are so many things factually wrong. So let's just assume that the racism and xenophobia is there with every single cartoon from America during the Cold War era. What else can I think? Okay. So the first thing, let's notice the date, 1944. Let's watch this cartoon and see what happens in 1944.
Now, live from 1944 in the Soviet Union, it's Joseph Stalin!
Greetings. You know, life of brutal dictator isn't always sunshine and lollipopsky. Sometimes it's lonely job. But when I'm feeling cranky and a little blue, I sit around and consider the many things which make me happy.
Creating terror with government urges, acting out all of his monstrous urges. Big brother plots that would make Orwell blush.
These are the things that sure give me a rush.
Spying on Lenin and murdering Trotsky.
What do you mean he spied on Lenin? Where'd you get that from? Okay. That's just nonsense. Okay, as for Trotsky, that's another complicated story that most of you probably don't know and watch our other streams.
Vexing the West with his communist plotsky.
Vexing the West with his communist plotsky. Let's think about this. Who invaded the West? Germany. Germany invaded the USSR when Stalin was around. And then, like, right when the USSR was formed, 14 different countries invaded. So the Soviet Union did not invade. They were invaded. So he was not vexing the West with his communist plot, whatever that is, racist way of, God knows. But the West was vexing them and committing genocide and exterminated 27 million people with their capitalist plot. So this is like a very pro-Nazi cartoon, as we already saw. Okay, let's go further.
Turning your dreams into scary nightmares.
That is the way I forget all my cares.
When the Germans head for Moscow and the weather's vile,
I simply look on as they all freeze to death, and that really makes me smile.
Yes, doesn't it also make you smile because the Nazis were terrible people? They buried babies alive. They killed entire villages it was in the Eastern Campaign. It's like so gross, gruesome. Death by Bullets is a book you have to read. Holocaust by Bullets, maybe. Whatever it is, it's just disgusting. And most Americans don't know how bad. Imagine if 1/4 of the population was just exterminated. That's what happened. So what the hell are they telling their children? This looks like it came from the Third Reich.
feasting like Ivan while serfs live on rations.
Feasting like Ivan while serfs live on... Who's Ivan? What the bleep? Okay, let's just ignore that.
Conquering dozens of satellite nations.
Conquering dozens of satellite nations. Okay, let's think about this again. So, who invaded? Nazis and Nazi-aligned nations. So what were the nations that invaded? Officially, the nations that were invading were Germany, Italy, Japan, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Norway, Finland. Oh yeah, Finnish people have a lot of nuanced cuckery with regards to the Winter War, but it's safe to say that until last year, their Air Force had a swastika. So, that's 9 countries that did so much extermination. I can't even tell you how gruesome it was.
Starting my own personality cult.
Let's talk about what Stalin said about personality cult.
I am absolutely against the publication of stories of the childhood of Stalin. The book abounds with a mass of inexactitudes of fact, of alterations, of exaggerations, and of unmerited praise. Some amateur writers, scribblers, perhaps honest scribblers, and some adulators have led the author astray. It is a shame for the author, but a fact remains a fact. But this is not the important thing. The important thing resides in the fact that the book has a tendency to engrave on the minds of Soviet children and people in general the personality of cult leaders, of infallible heroes. This is dangerous and detrimental. The theory of heroes and the crowd is not a Bolshevik, but a social revolutionary theory. The heroes make the people, transform them from a crowd into people. Thus say the social revolutionaries. The people make the heroes. Thus reply the Bolsheviks to the social revolutionaries. The book carries water to the windmill of the social revolutionaries. No matter which book it is that brings the water to the windmill of the social revolutionaries, this book is going to drown in our common Bolshevik claws. I suggest we burn this book. J.V. Stalin.
Also, let's pause, just hold on to this idea of the personality cult till the end, and you will understand who started it. Okay, just keep this in mind, personality cult. Just
Doing away with those who might be folk, sending your critics to rot in Siberia.
because they probably exterminated millions of people.
Building a wall down the streets of Berlin.
Okay, what year was the Berlin Wall built? 1961. What year did Stalin die? 1953. So are you saying that he built a wall in Germany 8 years after he died? So now capitalist propaganda keeps telling people that Stalin killed all these Nazis and built a wall after he died. It's like success from the beyond the grave. So now, why do you think there's a cult of personality? Because you guys are making him superhuman, like building a Berlin Wall from what the hell? It's so stupid. And so, yeah, this sounds like it should be banned as Nazi propaganda. Sorry, no question about it.